Hey everyone, this is Keyblade007, and this is my first ever Coliseum video where I'm going to just briefly go over each round and what you want to skip and what you want to go into, basically, like all the ups and downs. If this video does decent, I'll do one each month. If not, then this will be my one-off. Thank you for D-Legend once again for suggesting, because I always try to help my party with Coliseum, and I always usually get tier 2, tier 1 rewards. Lately I've been getting tier 1 rewards, so I'm doing pretty well. So I'm going to share my expertise with you. Alright, so the April Coliseum update, we get Ninja and Kunoichi avatar parts in the A attack, B3 max, and SB gauge 2 skill. So that basically is AB3 max with SP gauge 2. So it'll make any metal cost 2 gauges, and you get AB3 mixed with it. So I've been waiting for this and the SP1 version of it to come out for a long time now. Okay, so first things first, you want to have a good avatar build like I'm using right now with my hood. It has a skill up. You want to have a good skill up. So the way Coliseum works is, if you're pretty new to it, whatever round you get up to in tier 11, because you want to get through the first 10 tiers first, because there's ranks, there's tier rewards. Ignore all the past 10 part, because for some reason everything from 12 to 21, which was recently added in an upgrade, is impossible to get to because we never get out of tier 11. It's 999 different rounds, and no one ever gets that far. We're getting a little closer every month, but still no one's gotten that far. There's Coliseum boards. You get Coliseum coins from doing the tiers. Once you get to tier 11, it's basically 10 coins for each one. Just unlock all the stuff. The only skills that you have here, attack boost 2, and that's pretty much it. That's good. And of course you got some Sids and Chippendales and the ninja costume. And here you get DB2, that's pretty decent, but we really need to upgrade these. This is just, the only good stuff here is a mirror, and there's just XP stuff, and same with here, just a mirror and more XP stuff, so I don't really care about it. But yeah, talking about how Coliseum works is, you start Coliseum on tier 1, you pretty much can one turn everything for a while. It's pretty easy. As you one turn, you are allowed to skip X amount of rounds. It'll basically unlock a whole bunch, and it starts by unlocking like 18 rounds, and then it gets less and less as you get to tier 11. By tier 11, which is the high ranking rounds really, you can only skip 3 rounds at a time. So that's your maximum amount. I'm going to tell you in this video which of those rounds I want you to avoid if you want to have any chance of getting a decent rank in the Coliseum. Speaking of rank, let's quickly go over this. So the rewards are as follows. If you get where I've gotten the last 2 months, between 1st and 100th place, you get rank 3 rewards, which you get 3 of that new metal, 5, 5, 5, and 5. In the past, I've always gotten tier 2 rewards, which is 2 with the new skill, 3, 3, 3, and 4. Some people aim for this one. You need at least 10,000 to get at least one of the new skills, so you should definitely try for that. But as you see, the rewards get less and less and less as you go along. You get a whole month to do it. Don't delay. Some people get really lazy with Coliseum. I'm currently in 13th place. Earlier I was in 2nd place. I'll show you a screenshot right now. So I was really happy to just have that, seeing myself in 2nd place. I knew it wouldn't last because it's Coliseum. But let's get the main show on the road. So every round is going to end with a normal number, like, you know, there's 0 through 9. So this says 371, so this is basically what I would call a 1 round. Every round that ends with 1, like 71, 81, or just 1, 11, 21, is going to have these enemies. As you go up, their levels go up, their health goes up. This is one you really don't need to avoid too much. I'm going to actually do this one live for you guys, because this was, this is one of the enemies I don't mind fighting. here is my normal Coliseum build. Illustrated Bell and Beast Gilted, Key Art Gilted, Tama Gilted, Boosted Yuna, and Boosted Sephiroth. You do not get share friend medals in Coliseum. Like Proud Mode, you're all on your own. So I'm not going to fight every single round I unlock. I'm just going to jump in, show you, jump out, because some of them are really impossible. So this one I would usually start with the little guy. And because I know my Sephiroth can take down up to like +1 or 2, I usually just swipe the other two, because you want to be gauge conscious in Coliseum. So I need to get that wizard down to a +1 to just be safe. So yeah, now I can use Sephiroth without worrying, because I know what my medals are capable of. This guy's also pretty low. Sephiroth could probably handle it on his own, but I'd rather be smart and use my general defense down medal, which is a key art. You could technically use any general defense down medal. It doesn't even have to be gilted. It's better to have an AoE like HD Axel, Key Art, Owl, Smee. This guy has +7, so this is the one where you want to use your general boosting strength medal. If you have a defense down medal, use it. And this is the guy you save your Nova for. This is who your mother warned you about. Like a joke. And now you'll know you one-turned everything because you'll see ticker tape flying all over the place. And 3 rounds unlocked. Good. So now we're going to get into the heat of things. Alright, so it skips you right to the end, but we're going to go here. So in a round 2, we see a black gummy copter, aeroplane, and cannon gun. This is also not too bad of a round. I'm not really going to refill my gauge unless I really need to. I'm not going to fight this one because I want to, skip stuff, and I already have the round ahead of it unlocked. So just to show you, this guy has +7. I'm not going to beat it. I'll just show you a little bit how I would do it. The Illustrated Bell and Beast is great because it literally gets rid of all their boosts and stuff. Because some of these, every round starts out decently easy. This guy has a +8 general 2 down defense up, so he's also kind of dangerous. The goal of Coliseum is you want to one-turn as much as possible. Once you can't one-turn, then you got to be smart with your strategy, but you want to always try to one-turn and skip the eviler levels. And this is your problematic guy. He has +18 health bars. Even he might give me a run for my money at this level, but we don't need to worry about him right now because I'm not fighting that round. The next one, this is a 3 round now because it ends with 3, is one of the more dangerous ones, the Morningstar and Wyvern. And I'll show you why in a sec. So, he has a shit ton of health, as well as his buddy. So, I don't even know if I'm strong enough to kill it anymore at this point. Yeah, I'm not strong enough to kill it, so. It's just 2 enemies, but it looks very deceiving. I would skip number 3 as you get further in. And round 4 is a pretty safe one for me. It's a multicolor. 1 wizard, gargoyle, search ghost. This one's a 4 round. They each spawn guys with 1 of each color. So this is where it tests your abilities to multicolor fight for the most part. I actually need to beat this one legit to move on. And you see, this guy and the middle guy are going to have a lot more health, so that's why I go to the first one first. See, I like to start with the weaker guys in Kali and then end with the higher guys and use my Nova on the one who has the most extra health. And now this guy is the hardest one. As you see, he has +9. He has a flower that has +5. So you want a Nova only after you do your strength boost and your general defense downs if you're going to use any, because that increases the Nova's capacity for damage by a good amount. So I'm still strong enough to take out that round. Now we move ahead to the next 3 rounds unlocked. Get some Coliseum coins as we skip through. So now round 5 is also one of those safer rounds. Everything here is pretty weak. Even at this high level, they don't have too much extra health. This is one of the rounds I'm not going to be actually beating because, again, I told you, I'm just trying to skip around. Actually, I think I do want to beat this round now that I remember what's coming up. So the flower in the back is going to be the hardest enemy in just terms of extra health and stuff. This is what I'd call a 5 round, by the way, because it ends in a 5. See, he has the most health. It's still not a lot. This is the one I Nova. This is my favorite round to fight just because of how simple it really is. So in reality, that only unlocked 1 round because I already had a couple unlocked. Now, the next one, round 6, is what you absolutely must avoid no matter what. You always want to skip over this one. Do the one before it, do the one after it. Wicked Watermelon, Large Watermelon, and Huge Watermelon. And you're going to see why really quick. So, these guys look docile. Like, oh, they just have a defense down, and they're like weak. +1 bar of health, along with the normal health bar. They look so weak and easy, right? Alright, what about the next guys? Let's see, we have... Holy shit, 30 health bars. Alright, yeah, we're leaving. And that's my point. Even if the enemies are not hard, the more health they have, the harder you're going to have killing it, or one-turning it. So avoid round 6. Round 7 gets hard as hell during the end. It's another multicolor one. It's a large body dark ball stinging bee dark plant. The reason it's hard is actually quite unique. So it's not hard in that the enemies are just like really hard to deal with. It's hard for another reason. So first, let me just show you. These guys are +4. It's a very deceptive reason too. So we're going to be exiting out of this because I'm not capable of beating it anymore. The large body is the problematic enemy. He's not the enemy I Nova usually, but he's the one with the problem. And I'll show you why. I have to kill everything first, just to give you an idea of, like, what's what. This guy has 18 effing health bars, so that's already a lot of health. So this is the one I use my Nova on. Usually I would do this last, but I need to make my point about what I'm showing you. So if it wasn't for this one problem you're about to see, I'd be able to beat this, as you can see. Okay, so here we go. Now, you see that little guy right there who's just hopping up and down? I can't point to him because it'll make my metal move. That is like a minute bomb or something like that. I forgot their exact name, but it's just like the egg guys. They have that super high general defense that you can't do more than 1 damage to them, even if your metal's gilded. There's only one way around it. It's the few metals that ignore defense, like KH, 2 Yuffie, Regular Beast, and Time Server Mickey. They'll kill him. So you have to use a slot for one of those metals. Usually it takes about 6 hits to 12 hits to kill one of these things, just like multi-hit metals. So look, this does 5 hits. Okay, it's still alive. This does 5 hits, we're up to 10 now. Still alive, okay. This does 3 hits. Still alive, that's 13. This does 13 hits. We lost track, we're up to, let's see, 13 and 13 is 26. So yeah, we're up to 26 hits, he's still not dead. And I only have 3 hits left. It'll be enough to kill the other guy, but not him. So, they made this mission very deceptive. The further you go up in the levels, the more health that little asshole has. Which means the more strikes you need to kill him. So you gotta dedicate either a high hit build, or just general defense kill, like with one of the medals I mentioned before. So, this is probably one you want to avoid later. A number 8 rounder, 378 in this case, is always these sets of enemies, because like I said, every 10, it's always the same. 0 through 9, it's always the same. This is one that I have quite a lot of annoyance with, because it's all green. Yes, that's good for me, because I have a good red build, but it is also very heavy on high health for some of these enemies. So I can't beat it with that Keyblade no more. I have to use my red build, which is this, because they're all single enemies, so that's good. It's just one of each, so you could do general defense down with I Ansem. My HD Beast with attack boost 4. This is for getting my SP back, because my gauges go down really fast. And this is also with attack boost 4. It's not even max gilded, but yes. Now, so I need all my skills with attack boost 4 to proc to even survive this on every enemy. None of the other skills matter. Attack price plus doesn't matter. Attack 2 doesn't matter. And SP gauge 1 only matters in the fact that it will always work as long as I have 5 gauge. So I'm going to be quiet now, and just in case I have to restart this and because I die, this is where I'm going to be starting off every time. So when I kill him, I'm going to always need both attack boost 2s to proc after using the general defense down by 2. So just in case I fail on the next enemy, I'm going to splice together what it looks like when I kill each enemy. I always go for him first, then I go for him, then I go all the way around like a pattern. For him, all I need is for HD Beast to proc, and he'll automatically die. Like so. Good. Next, we have an invisible and a cannon gun. The cannon gun is my final enemy, and I'm going to use my Nova on him, so he has the most health and general annoyance. This guy is also annoying. I need everything to proc against him. Okay, so we made it this far. The cannon gun's our final enemy. He has up PSM, general defense. No, he has up PSM for 2, but we get rid of it with the Bell and Beast. We general defense down him. And then I would use my Nova. But because Beast did not proc, I cannot kill him. Well, actually, I might be able to kill him with this. Yeah. So I managed to get decently lucky and actually beat it for you guys live with only 2 tries. I had to cut out one of the other tries. As you see, it gets ridiculously hard that round. If you don't have a good red build, even my WAF medals weren't being good at that point. So thank God I have some gilded premiums for the first time, thanks to those 3-dot events and the VIP medals. And we're almost done with our little journey here. So now let's take a look at round 9, one of the 9 type rounds. It's Defender and Large Armor. And we're going to switch back to this, and I'm going to take this version because this has second chance. There's a reason for this. So this is one of the rounds I would try to avoid later in the game, because I had defense boost 3 and it wasn't even mattering. These both have caution on them, meaning they hit you first. So while alone they wouldn't be too strong for me, because they hit you first, they pretty much one-hit kill me. So the only way I can beat this round now is if I have second chance proc both times. It's only 2 enemies, but I need them to happen both times. And as you see the numbers, they're not by themselves either. So he's going to initially strike me, and when second chance activates, which it did, so I can kill him. Which is good. And look, this is one of the rounds I'm not actually going to beat because I want to do one of the other ones. And now you need second chance to activate again, but that's a hard chance. So as you see, it's instant kill. Second chance is what you need to survive this later on, because if you have just defense boost, even if it's 3, even if it's 2 of them, it'll activate and you'll still be dead. That's how much damage they do initially. And here's the final one you want to avoid, the 0 round. The Possessors. It's one enemy, you say. Oh, it's just one single enemy all by itself. Okay, that is true. It is one enemy all by itself. What's the problem, I wonder? See, a lot of people think when they see one enemy by itself, especially early in the game of Coliseum, oh, it's easy. I could just handle this one guy, focus all my strength on him, build a build, and normally you'd be right. But because I know this game and I've been playing since it came out, I know when there's one enemy, it's gonna have a friggin' ton of health bars. More than I can actually kill in one shot. So, we running fast and hard. You want to avoid the hell out of that round. So, let's see where my ranking brought me. So I didn't change rank, a little bit more work and I can get back into top 10. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the ones you want to do and the ones you want to avoid. Just to reiterate, round 1 isn't too bad. Round 2 can get annoying with the cannon gun. Round 3, the Morning Star and Wyvern have a lot of health. Round 4, it has the 3 color enemies, also not too hard, but they do get a little high in health. Round 5 is the easiest round there is. That's the low-level green enemies with not a lot of health. Round 6 is the one you must avoid, the watermelons. Round 7 is the multicolor 4 enemy sets that have the minute guy, the minute bomb guy, who needs a shit ton of hits to actually kill, so forget that one. Round 8 has the all green enemies, there's 4 of them, with most of them having too much health for their own good, so unless you have a super strong red build, avoid them late game. Number 9 is the Defender large armor with the caution. If you can't avoid it, second chance. And number 0 or 10 or any increment of 0 is going to have the Possessors by themselves. Avoid at all costs. So that's my Coliseum guide. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe and all that. I don't really say that usually, but I'm going to start saying it. Hope I helped you. Like I said, if this video does good, I'll make one for each month. If it doesn't, then enjoy this one, guys. That's it. Peace out. Good luck in Coliseum. I'm going to grind a little bit more.